Adrian's clubs and activities include FBLA, Varsity Club, Chess Club, Art Club, Football, Track and Field. His community activities and leadership positions are Class Treasurer and Football Team Captain. His favorite Northeastern memory is breaking the high school relay record with his teammates freshman year. His inspirational quote is, "Progress, not perfection." He likes Northeastern because the teachers make classes and your overall day much better, and every day there is something new going on. His advice for freshmen is, don't keep doing a sport you don't enjoy because it will be a terrible experience. And he'd like to send a shout out to Mrs. Gaynor, Mr. Law, Mr. Weichert, Mrs. Whitmer, Mrs. Dellinger, and Mr. Garrigan. Bailey's clubs and activities include Class President, Minithon President, Spanish Honor Society President, Model UN Vice President, Rho Kappa, National Honor Society, and Varsity Girls Soccer Team. Her favorite Northeastern memory is the Northeastern Minithon and being able to help plan it with all of her friends. Her inspirational quote is, "The most important thing is to enjoy your life, to be happy. It's all that matters," by Audrey Hepburn. Bailey likes Northeastern because she's able to participate in different clubs alongside her friends and amazing teachers. She's also thankful for the different learning opportunities that she's been able to take part in to further her interest in science and government. Her advice to freshmen is, have fun and participate in school events and clubs. It will give you a great experience and a chance to make friends and lasting relationships. She'd like to send a shout out to Mr. Zirkle, Miss Whitmer, Senora Zimmerman, and Mr. Sipe. They've been some of the best and most impactful teachers that have helped her through her high school experience. Chloe's clubs and activities include Future Business Leaders of America, Femme Club, Treasurer of the Students Against Destructive Decisions Club. Her favorite memory is participating in the football student section every year with friends. Her favorite quote is, "Someone told me to never dream. I said never say never," by Justin Bieber. Chloe likes Northeastern because she was able to make amazing friends and it helped her decide what she wanted to do with her future. Her advice to freshmen, enjoy life in the moment and don't stress the little things. She'd like to send a shout out to Mr. Garrigan for making class fun and for putting everyone in a better mood no matter the kind of day they were having. Davonte enjoyed being at Northeastern because he liked the atmosphere and being around educators that really cared and put forth effort into his education. His advice to freshmen is to open your eyes and mind to the lessons life is giving you now and take them in and hold on to them. And even though high school isn't the easiest, enjoy it all while it lasts because it all goes in the blink of an eye. He'd like to give a shout out to Miss Sunday, who always helped him stay focused and on track with his grades. Her class was always a safe space, and he knew, if anything, that he was welcomed there. Emma's clubs and activities include Minithon, FBLA, Varsity Club, Mental Health Awareness Club, and SAD Club. Her activities and leadership positions include Minithon Director. Her favorite memory is playing varsity soccer all 4 years. Her favorite quote is, "One day or day one, you decide." Emma likes Northeastern because of the friendships and relationships she has built. She also enjoys the fact that she's able to express herself through all of the clubs and activities Northeastern has to offer. Her advice to freshmen is don't change yourself for other people and always stay true to yourself. She'd like to send a shout out to the best homeroom and physics teacher there is, Mr. Razio, always giving her a person to rant to, and to Senora Zimmerman for helping her through the Spanish courses, even if she would understand none of it, and always saying hi in the hallways. Ethan's clubs and activities include playing volleyball for the high school team and for Yorktown Volleyball Club, Minithon, FBLA, and Model UN. His favorite memory at Northeastern is beating York Suburban in 5 sets and participating in the student section. His favorite quote is, "If you are afraid of failure, you don't deserve to be successful," by Charles Barkley. He likes Northeastern because of his friends and teachers make it a great experience. His advice for freshmen is when you get your license, don't park in other people's spots. He'd like to send a shout out to Mr. Clemens, Mr. Law, and Mr. Zirkle. Grace's clubs and activities include Honor Bus, Rho Kappa, Diversity Club, Femme Club, FBLA, Book Club, Marching Band, Soccer, National Honor Society, Pit Orchestra, Concert Choir, Concert Band, Chess Club, and Tech Crew. Her favorite memory is driving in the mornings with her sister Maddie and being terrorized by NE Park Jobs. Her favorite quote is, "It's your world, I'm just living in it," by Mr. Eister. Grace likes Northeastern because of all the friendships she's been able to make and the inside jokes and traditions that she's made with her friends. Her advice for freshmen is to get involved with all the clubs you can and be nice to your teachers and friends. Stay kind and hydrated. She'd like to send a shout out and a huge thank you in no particular order to Mrs. Dellinger, Mr. Weichert, Mr. Eister, Mrs. Knizik, Mr. Clemens, Mrs. Sodal, Mr. Gay, Dr. Seidel, and Dr. Payne for always encouraging her. Jack's clubs and activities include football, mini-thon, jazz band, chess club, FBLA, and mental health awareness club. His favorite memory is beating the Dover football team in overtime while it was pouring. His favorite quote is, "Don't let your ego be your downfall," by NBA Youngboy. He likes Northeastern because his friends are the main reason why high school is fun, so without them, I don't know where I'd be. Almost every teacher really cares about their students and cares about getting students ready for the step coming up after high school. His advice for freshmen is don't be loud in the halls or cafeteria, just chill. He'd like to send a shout out to Mr. Brubaker, Mr. Heim, Mr. Zirkle, Mr. Howe, Mr. Law, and Mrs. Dellinger. Jasmine's clubs and activities include National Honor Society, Mu Alpha Theta, Varsity Club, Chess Club, Varsity Field Hockey, Basketball Team, Track and Field Runner Jumper, Tuba Player, String Bass Player, and Alto in the Choir. Her community and leadership activities include Youth Court Alliance Volunteer, McDonald's Employee, Mu Alpha Theta President, National Honor Society President, Varsity Club President, Field Hockey Captain, Field Hockey Leadership Council, and Track and Field Captain. Her favorite memory is the 2022 outdoor track and field workouts because they had such a dedicated group of athletes that had the best sense of humor. They could work hard and laugh at the same time every day for 3 months. Favorite quote is, "Someday, everything will make perfect sense. So for now, laugh at the confusion, smile through the tears, be strong, and keep reminding yourself that everything happens for a reason," by John Mayer. She likes Northeastern because there's something for everybody here. Her advice for freshmen, get involved, especially if you plan on attending a university. Being well-rounded will help you out 100% of the time. Take care of yourself, your grades are important, but before being a student, an athlete, a musician, or anything else, you are first a human. She'd like to send a shout out to Mr. Heim, Mr. Polson, Mrs. Noe, all 3 music teachers, Mr. Marsh, Mrs. Zimmerman, Miss Whitmer, and the kind custodial staff that never fail to make her smile. The Northeastern community has always been warm and welcoming to her. Morgan's clubs and activities include FBLA, National Art Honor Society, and Northeastern Softball. Her community-based activities are photography. Her favorite memory is Minithon 2022, when a huge group of students all got together and played volleyball in the 9th grade gym. Even Mr. Gay joined in. Her favorite quote is, "No matter what happens in life, be good to people. Being good to people is a wonderful legacy to leave behind," by Taylor Swift. She likes Northeastern because of the amount of opportunities that are offered when it comes to participating in clubs and events. As a student, she felt like a priority and like she was cared for, not just about her education, but all of her future success as well. Her advice for freshmen is, it's easier said than done, but do your homework when you get home instead of AP the morning of the due date. Procrastination will be the death of you and your mental health. She'd like to send a shout out to Mr. Garrigan for being the most understanding, coolest teacher alive, and for making some of her worst days just a little better. Mr. Tate for introducing her to the world of photography and helping her find her passion. And Mrs. Gaynor for being a teacher who she can go to about anything. Owen's clubs and activities include football and baseball. His favorite memory of Northeastern are the teachers and friends that he made and hitting home runs and playing sports. His favorite quote is, "Whatever you lose, you'll find it again, but what you throw away, you'll never get back." He likes Northeastern because of his friends and memories. His advice to freshmen is to enjoy it, it flies by fast. He'd like to send a shout out to Miss Whitmer and Mrs. Hack for being very supportive. Quinton's clubs and activities include track and field. His favorite memory of Northeastern is making new friends and setting his own personal records on track. His quote is, "Just do it" by Nike. He likes Northeastern because he's met a lot of new people who mean a lot to him now. His advice for freshmen is to associate yourself with the right group of people and cherish your memories. High school goes by fast. He'd like to send a shout out to Mr. Eister, Mr. Law, Miss Whitmer, and Mr. Heim. Reagan's clubs and activities include varsity softball, varsity volleyball, National Honor Society, Rho Kappa, Mu Alpha Theta, National Art Honor Society, and Varsity Club. Her community activities and leadership positions include captain of the volleyball team. Her favorite memory of Northeastern is being able to play sports with her best friends, Pepper, Lily, Zaya, and Cameron, for the past 4 years. Her favorite quote is, as Mr. Weaver says, "Carpe diem." She likes Northeastern because she likes to sit next to Cameron and Vera in AP classes, meeting some of her best friends, and the opportunity to play sports. Her advice to freshmen is, if you're gonna be late to school, at least get Duncan. She'd like to send out a shout out to Mrs. Hack for always being there for her when it comes to anything, Mr. Schiffer for helping her fully learn and love science, and Mrs. Zimmerman for always being the best lunch partner, and Mr. James for being the absolute best math teacher and best worker at the volleyball games. Ryan's clubs and activities include FBLA, National Art Honor Society, and Northeastern Volleyball. His community activities and leadership positions include Vice President of Art Club. His favorite memory is doing the worm in the student section and the art club. His favorite quote is, "Don't be afraid of failure. This is the way to succeed," by LeBron James. He likes Northeastern because of the support from all of his teachers. His advice to freshmen is to walk in the hallways. Ryan sends a shout out to Mrs. Gaynor for being the best teacher, Miss Whitmer for teaching great, and Mr. Clemens for being that guy. Savia's clubs and activities include book club, diversity club, and tennis for 4 years. Her leadership positions include team captain for the girls' tennis team. Her favorite memory is of the girls' tennis team winning games and us being rewarded with ice cream. Her favorite quote is, "Be the reason someone smiles today." She likes Northeastern because she was able to make great friends and learn things that will help her succeed in life. Her advice for freshmen is to value the time that you have because it will go quickly. And she'd love to send a shout out to Mrs. Hack and Mr. Law.